Book your upcoming events and leave the rest for us to handle with 100% satisfaction guarantee. You can reach us on 0770-533-415 or email us at reservations@kendejaresort.com.lr. Visit our website on www.rljkendejaresort.com.lr. RLJ Kendeja Resort and Villas, for memories worth repeating.
Welcome back. Let's take our fact check now, and we'll be back again.
Good day. It feels really good to be here with another edition of the Fact Check segment, where we debunk disinformation and provide you with the verified facts of statements made online and on the radio. I am Siawe Miapu, and today we'll be fact-checking claims made in the last couple of days. On March 16, Mohammed Bimba, former administrative assistant to the mayor of Monrovia, he claimed on Facebook that gasoline was sold for US 3.21 while fuel was sold for US 3.80 during the COVID-19 crisis in 2020. Bimba made this claim in response to the recent increase in petroleum prices as announced by the Liberia Petroleum Refining Company. He also referenced conditions during the early phase of COVID-19 pandemic. To verify this claim, we reviewed official communications from the Liberia Petroleum Refining Company and the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. On January 14, 2020, the Ministry of Commerce and Industry published a circular listing petroleum prices. According to the circular, gasoline prices was at US 3.21, while fuel was priced at US 3.80 per gallon. Also, on January 21, 2020, the LPRC issued a public notice stating that there was no fuel shortage in the country and warned against price hikes. The release reaffirmed the prices of gasoline at US 3.21 and fuel at US 3.80 per gallon. However, in a subsequent release dated February 24, 2020, the Ministry of Commerce and Industry cautioned petroleum dealers against increasing prices. The ministry set revised price ceilings at 3.20 per gallon for gasoline and 3.72 per gallon for diesel, warning that violators will face penalties. Based on the research conducted, we conclude that Bimba's claim is mostly correct. Official records confirm that gasoline and fuel were indeed priced at US 3.21 and US 3.80 per gallon respectively in January 2020, around the onset of the COVID-19 crisis. However, slight adjustment to these prices were introduced by late February 2020, indicating some fluctuation during the period. Following the celebration of the end of Ramadan on March 20, a social media blog known as Yeke Koluba shared a video claiming that heavy fighting had broken out at the home of Lucini Camara, political leader of the All Liberian Coalition Party, following the end of Ramadan. According to the blog, the altercation involved two brothers disputing over a woman, with one accusing the other of having an extramarital relationship with his wife. The video shows a group of men believed to be of the Islamic faith engaged in a physical fight. To verify this claim, we conducted a reverse image search and found that the video had appeared online much earlier, on August 1, 2025, approximately 8 months ago. The footage was first posted by a Tanzanian comedian, Waziri Amari, with a Hausa caption translated as Daughter of God, remember us. No additional context was provided about the incident. The same video was later shared by a Facebook user based in Nairobi, Kenya on September 14, 2020. Based on these findings, we conclude that the video posted by Yeke Kolba's blog claiming that it was a fight in the home of Lucini Camara is misleading. There is no evidence that the incident occurred in Liberia or in the home of Mr. Lucini Camara. And finally, before we take our leave on this segment, an image showing 3 officers believed to be Liberian National Police is currently trending online. In the photo, the 3 officers appear to be wearing uniforms bearing the Liberian flag. Many social media users claim the officers are assigned to the Liberia-Guinea border. However, due to the abolished structure, some users have questioned whether the officers in the image are male or female. We conducted a fact check of the image and found that it has been manipulated. The image is not from Liberia. While the circulating version shows officers with the Liberian flag on their uniforms, the original image contains 3 white men with no flag or national badge displayed. Based on these findings, we conclude that the image showing 3 officers bearing the Liberian flag with body features that appear feminine is not from Liberia. The image was manipulated. This is all we have time for on the Fact Check segment. This segment is part of an MOU between Local Voices Liberia, OKFM, Prime FM and Kel Radio to counter disinformation and help the public make informed decisions. This MOU is funded by the Liberia Media Empowerment Project, implemented by Internews with funding from the European Union. The funder or partner had no say in the editorial decision leading to the production of this Fact Check segment. We will be back with both Fact Check reports to help you know all the real facts. But if you want us to fact check a particular claim for you, please send us a text to WhatsApp on 0778 986787 and we will do the checking for you. Also, you can follow us on Facebook at Local Voices Liberia, on Twitter at LVL Fact Check, and go to our website at www.localvoicesliberia.com. I am Siawe Miapu. Thanks for listening and have a great day.
Welcome. This is the OK Conversation on OKFM 99.5. I believe we're live now. Share the video, invite others to join in. The other day, I was here lamenting the situation of expired goods in the country. People brazenly selling expired products. And we pinpointed the Marshall Shopping Center, somewhere there, Boys Town and Marshall Junction. That is where you have that place. And of course, the commerce people led by their Inspector General, Mianto Batu, reportedly went to the place. He told me they would go there, but they were going there. He didn't call me also. I didn't really know they went there, but I got to know when someone else from another government entity was going to do something there, something as required. Carry out their own function, and then they saw the place closed, and the person remember seeing a post from me. So they were like, "Oh, I came to this place. I was supposed to check up on something, but they looked closed." And one of the people told me that they were closed because of the expired store. I said, "Oh, okay. That means the commerce people went there because they had told me that they would go there." So I called the Commerce Inspector General this morning. He said, yeah, they were closed down for a couple of days, as is required by law. Asked to remove all of the expired items because they went in and saw that they were actually selling a whole lot of expired products. Yeah, selling a whole lot of expired products. So remove those items, and EPA, Commerce, and Justice, and anybody related to those kinds of operations, they will dispose of, perhaps they will burn it or whatever they will do with those expired items. Not just on the shelves, but in their warehouses as well. A whole lot of expired stuff. And they also fine them $1,000. And I said, why 1,000? So well, that's the laws on the book. I hope to see those laws. I try checking online. I haven't seen them, but I hope I can see what the laws are, because those penalties are small. Yeah, I know, these are old laws, and those days, those used to be huge money. But times have changed. Anybody engaging in that kind of thing needs to be slapped with something very heavy, hundreds of thousands, if not $1,000,000. Yeah, for putting people's lives at risk. For me, I'm not ever going into that place to buy anything. Anybody else wants to go there, it's up to them. But they are a very terrible entity, Marshall Shopping Center. They're very terrible. Very bad. Bad people, as Donald Trump would say. Yep, so on Friday, we departed for Lofa County on a fact-finding mission concerning all these news about encroachment on Liberian soil, Guinean soldiers being present here, and all that. So yeah, we went. We got to Voinjama by evening hours. I had been going to Lofa. I had reached beyond Konya, but I had not reached Voinjama before. And Lofa was the last Liberian county for me to see. Yeah, I wanted to reach Voinjama before I conclude on something that I needed to conclude on ever since. And then I reached. That would be for another day. And that's why I asked the question on Facebook earlier. What kind of development were our people doing before? All these normal days, and normal day was the best days, and all that stuff we can hear. Eh? Yeah. What kind of development? Anyway, that would be for another day. Let me leave that other one on side. I will come to it. At least I visited the 15 counties. They are capitals. I've seen them. It will be for another day. So let's just leave it, yeah? Let's just leave it. Yeah, Liberia. Okay. Now, so we went, and the next morning, we didn't go to Solomba first. Last year, our reporter talked about some encroachment at the Seafood border area, where our immigration and joint security people were ordered to move all the way back upward about perhaps half a kilometer or nearly half a kilometer. So I told him, we have to go there first, because that's where this thing started from before it came to Solomba. So we went to Seafood border area. So Kwadu Boning district area. We drove, these little tight roads, a little bit bad, yeah, but managed. We went through with the slave queen. My car is what we can call slave queen, because I always think it is not strong. It's a lizard, but it tried. It tried. We went all there. Then we stopped to a village up the hill. There's something in the Bible that says, "Oh, look up to the hills." Yeah, so the village is called Kanala. Let me say town. We got the people can call their places town. So Kanala is up there. Here's a beautiful African town. It has a very beautiful mosque in the middle of the town. It's a predominantly Muslim town. It's way up the hill. I really love the topography and all of that. So we stopped in Kanala town, because the road from Kanala town to Seafood border real jungle, serious man. The jungle cars can go there. Yeah. Even for bike to carry you, and stuff. So we went. The bike only conveyed two of us, James Colley and then Choko and Godfrey came afterward. But before they could come, we had reached, and our immigration guys, they were there. Several of them. So we can grant you people interview. So yeah, we know we didn't come to interview. We just wanted to see, as per the reports on last day, whether it is still the same. Are we still not close to the border point? Is our flag still way up here and all of that? So they said, well, you can observe. We had conversations. We lectured, and so I started to observe. But first of all, by the time you're coming below Kanala town, if you're up the hill there, you get a bit of orange network. You gotta, even the tower is up the hill, you gotta go another up the hill or climb some kind of tree or something. You get a bit of orange network in Kanala town. Once you come below, and on bike, it's like 20 to 30 minutes to the border point. There is no network again. From the Liberian end, you have while you in Liberia, your mobile network will tell you that you roaming in Guinea. Welcome to Guinea. You were in Liberia, but they can welcome you to Guinea and say you roaming, because I don't know how they do it, but their networks are so strong that they fall deep into Liberia. We don't have any there. So that was one thing that I was there. So I asked them, how do you guys communicate? I said, I don't go somewhere way up the hill in one of these towns and all of that. I noticed that at the seafood border point, they say, what about electricity, light? So, well, we have solar panel here, but no battery. I said, no internet, nothing. I said, no. That's why it is. That's why we here. I said, okay. And I thought, well, if we can have our men and women of our different security forces in those places, I think, some kind of, it is not to critique anybody, critique government or put, no. It's just the fact that I believe, issues like electricity, I can understand the mobile network thing. I know they operate with population. They need a whole lot of people in a particular locale to install their stuff there because returns on, blah, blah, blah. But whatever the government can do, even without the mobile network, I think if you have some form of solar electricity at those kinds of places where you have these critical issues going on and a concentration of our security forces, if you have solar energy that goes 24/7, because why so much? It's just about light and for them to be able to charge your phones and whatsoever. You have some kind of Starlink internet installed there, it will be able, to help them out. So once they were going to eat, gentlemen, we said, no, we're okay. Then my colleague James and I walk down to the original border point. It is on that side, it is a land crossing. It's a bit of swamp, It's a land crossing. There's not a river there. It's a land crossing. So some of you saw the video posted on OKFM. It's on my page. It's on Chokon's page and all of that. So we went there. I wanted to see. But then the guys had not come yet with the bike. So James and I went down. And then in that video, we showed you where the boundary is believed to be and where our immigration people and our flag used to be hoisted, which was removed and told for them to go all the way upward. I wasn't scared at all. By the time we were getting ready to come back, not knowing our guys can also be, the one they can call camouflage. The person wear common flag or the person common flag said, no, it's camouflage. Yeah? Ouflage. So the guy just giving, hey, who are you? But then they saw press. Okay, I said, oh man, the press people. I said, oh, so so all the thing we're doing, we pass. We come back, all in the way. But I said, yo, we always have to be on our guard, even though there is no tension here for now, since some of the forces came, but we're always on our guard. We always, when the other group leaves, another group is there. So they're always stationed around that point to ensure that nothing goes on. But they're immigration guys, though. Yeah, so that was it at Seafood. We were there when two of the army personnel from the Guinean side came. They came on bikes to go to visit in the Liberian town, on the Liberian side. So there is that bit of cordiality at that end, but where our flag used to be hoisted is not there. It is pushed backward. That was for Seafood too. Let me call James Colley to tell us what happened in Konadu. And then we'll come to the big one. This is the OK Conversation on OKFM 99.5. My name is Julius J. Let's speak with James Colley very quickly. Just a few minutes to tell us. Oh, no, don't tell me that. Let's see if we can get him on this one. This is the OK Conversation on OKFM 99.5. We're telling you our experience. There's a whole lot of things we saw, we noticed, that we talk about every day. Different things unrelated to even the whole border thing. Media people can go anywhere without seeing different things. Like I said, now that I've seen Vonjama and all that, I would say some things that I needed to say some other day. But we have with us James now, because while we're on our way back, we heard something about Konadu. James went to Konadu today. Welcome, James.
Thank you so much, Julius, for having me.
Yeah, we had some grueling 3 days, and then we left on yesterday, and still the marathon continued for you today. Konadu, what happened there?
Well, I left appointment today to go to Konadu to authenticate information that have been in the media regarding this issue of Guinean soldiers crossing to push our security at that border or to that checkpoint. So the superintendent of the county, Honorable J. Lavla Masakwe, and that of the commissioner of Kwadu District, Lucien Clay, visited the area today. The purpose of the visit was for the superintendent to know exactly what's going on there. But it's been confirmed that allegedly the Guinean authority have claimed a significant portion of the land belonging to Konadu town in Kwadu district. But the point here is that the place is not the main checkpoint, the main Konadu checkpoint. It is a 25-minute walk away from the main checkpoint to go deep into the bush, where the Guinean authority, have allegedly claimed a significant portion.
But did you see anything to prove that they are claiming that place?
Yes, the place they hosted their flag, and from the main cornerstone that indicating the boundary between Liberia and Guinea is approximately 1.5 kilometers away from the cornerstone to come to the Liberian side. So the guys have been there since March now, of this year. According to the district commissioner, they have been there since March now, and they have deployed soldiers in our bush. They have erected makeshift structure where the soldiers are currently. We went there and we saw the guys are there. They interacted with the superintendent.
So because I know that Kwadu Boni district is quite distant away from Foya district, and I know that Seafood is also in Kwadu Boni district, right?
Yeah.
And I know that Kwadu Boni is a very huge district, because on our way back, some of the places were showing, I said, what? Then this place must be really big. How far is Seafood from Konadu?
It's more than 45 minutes from Seafood to Konadu.
So, is this like an autopause approach or what? What is happening?
I mean, again, last year it was Sifudu, and this time around it is Konadu, and not just the meat checkpoint, deep into the bush. These things is happening. But it was interesting to know that the Guineans have erected their massive structure to be able to accommodate the security. They have deployed in our bush, and you see that there are several places in our area where our citizens have been farming. They even have trees there. But if that place finally will be cleaned by Guinea, and our people living in that place will have.
But I saw something like cornerstone. Is it cornerstone the Guineans put there?
Yeah, that cornerstone was erected there according to the leadership of the town during the colonial era. That was, decades, centuries ago, it has been there, and they came and saw it. Their great-grandfather came and saw it, but now the Guineans have taken this stand away from it and coming deep.
Okay. So what you're saying is where the original boundary between the Konadu area, which is in Liberia, and Guinea, there is a cornerstone there.
Yeah, there's a cornerstone.
But the Guineans came beyond. They came beyond that cornerstone into Liberia.
Yeah, almost 5 to 6 minutes walk. It's not a small portion. It's even bigger than what happened to Solomba.
Oh wow!
So yeah, it's a significant portion, and the citizens there are actually calling on the government to see how best they can engage with the Guinean authority, so that they can go back to the initial position. But the cornerstone is there. It has writing on it in French, indicating the boundary between the two countries. And it's not just when they are cornerstones planted along the boundary, but now Guineans coming in. I mean, if you want to take that portion and continue the extension, a time around there will be affected greatly.
Okay. James, thanks. So currently, Lofa seems to be turning into some kind of hotspot for boundary issues. We'll see if we can raise the necessary resources. Perhaps we could join you in the soonest possible time to have some days and go all over, be crisscrossing that place. We look forward to see if we can get the resources.
Okay.
Yeah. That's James Colley, our correspondent there. To go on this trip was really it was a really tough one. Yeah, it's not easy to the gasoline alone, to fund, and thanks to those who were able to stretch their hands to make sure we went down there. We sincerely appreciate that. But things are happening. So then we had to leave, and people who know what we're talking about. So on Saturday, you travel into Kwadu Boni, you come all the way to Kanala, downward to Sifudu, and then you come back. We picked up from Kanala, not Canada. Come back to Vonjima, and then we fire for Foya District to go to Solomba border. You have to pass through Kolahun, and all that. We got to Foya. As you're coming down a certain hill that they have cement, you don't have any Liberian network from down there all the way to Solomba. You're welcome to Guinea as well. So we were on our way. So Friday, when we reached, it didn't take long. We saw some of the lawmakers' cars and all of that. So we knew they were supposed to go there. We were on our own fact-finding mission, so we did not bother about their visit or whatsoever. While we were going to Solomba, they had concluded their meeting and were coming back. Some of the residents were walking back to their villages as we were going to the border. So we interviewed some of them. You can roll the first one. Let the people hear from the puppet.
Welcome, sir. What's your name? I'm Marcus B.T. Taylor from Baladubakia. I'm one of the community health assistants for Baladubakia and Marcus Town.
Which is close to the
border. All the two communities are rest about the border.
Yeah, we see that you're coming from the meeting that the lawmakers came to have with people. What was the meeting about?
The lawmaker came to encourage with the surveillance that we should take courage. There is no voting at now. In case of anything, he will come and let us and inform us about it. If we got to leave, then we will leave. But for now, there is no voting. We should take courage. We should encourage our people. They should come back so that they are doing it diplomatically. to solve the problem. But as for we, the surveillance that's surrounding the borderland, we are not too encouraged of that statement, because if we think about the past, those guys that we are afraid they are among us with arms for us to be among them, it is race for all, our life are in race. So for we, the community members surrounding the border, we are not too encouraged of that statement. Okay. So we want the government at least to come to our aid. That the farm means for the problem to be solved.
Okay, so my man, why are you holding that thing?
You know the prayer, issue. I'm not holding safe for people in Liberia, but I have to defend my life. I'm the hunter.
You hunter, so you are about what else do you want to do? So
you can do something before you come to.
As a man, you got to move like a man. Now the era that we are in, it is an era of emergency. You don't know anything can happen. Those guys, they are surrounded all over, and we got crossing point all over. So we are in terrible zone.
So the president Joseph Boakai, he is from the county here.
Yes.
Why you want to say to him? Why you want him to do about the whole thing?
Joseph Boakai is from the county here, and that his area. As he said, he want to take the issue diplomatically. Let he try within the end of this month or next month for this issue to be solved. Now we got farmers. The land that have been occupied by those guys, there where we can do our farming. If those guys don't dress back, then it means this year, the era, so hunger will be here. Because there is no land for us to do our farming activities. Where?
The first day we heard about it, we saw you people retaliating, the soldiers went back. What if nothing happened from the government side? When you retaliate, what will you do?
No. We are people that live by law. We only did that because the government was not around. So we are here as the arm for the government. If any such a team meet us, before it can overcome us, we need to break them and call government for intervention. This is why we break them down for them to demonstrate on us. Because why? We got our own government. If they can come with force, this is the reason that we were stopping them, not for them to occupy our area.
What has been the relationship between your place and the next town after the Guinea border? How you people been living together here?
Before, we have been living together peacefully. And the Makona River, as we learn from our people, the story that we got, the Makona River, it is the boundary between Liberia and Guinea. Normal days, they were having canoe on their own. When people come there, they will take them and cross them here. When people come on this side, we will take them and cross them across. So but we don't know how.
One for Liberia, one for Guinea.
Yes. The boundary, the water need to be divided into two parts. The center of the water, they got one half, we got half, but they are trying to claim the whole river and claiming our land. You see?
So if the government can in the Guinea soil continue to be on our side, what do you do?
If the government don't count on our side, then it means that what the Guineans are saying, then the land belongs to them. Because if government cannot take action, somebody trying to claim your area, and then you play low, then it means silent me concern. Then it means that what the people say is true.
What would that mean for you people? Because they get the farms, the houses, everything along the river and everything.
No way. Yes, we own.
You want to come in?
We got the farms, the swamps, we own the area.
Yeah, that means that y'all will be for Guinea.
We will not agree to go under Guinea authority. We are not Guineans, we are Liberian. We are Liberian.
But if the people take your land, why you do then y'all move and then come back on the side, right?
As for my community, when the people take my land, I will take my family, I go to the president area, Joseph Boakai area, and settle there with my family because I have no area to go again.
Where place Joseph Boakai area?
Wasanga.
So you go to Wasanga?
I will go to Wasanga. We go yes, we go live there together. So long he can raise concern for us.
So you go live there, you know?
Yeah, we go there, we all live together. So long if he can't raise concern for our own area, then me, a community belong for everyone of us. We go and share our own area too.
Okay.
Chief, I want to tell you, my name is Abako Faya from Baladoba. The thing I want to tell you, you talk to the papi, let me take the issue seriously. You know, civilian, we bad and so, but we can respect the law before, and we can do something before him. Eh? You really go to him and tell him, if we tire, you know, man can't talk. And you listen to me?
So you want him to really do something?
And I'm talking, sir, let's just forget it. Same, we see you people taking your picture. You see how this time when you go there, you get all our women and they're not here.
Where they going?
Some of them in Foya, some of them close Sabali Foya, some villages there that they clear the air. So, no, that only we the men in here.
What the army people doing to you? They intimidating you?
Oh, no, that people mean. I get more friends than they let my baby buy way. Oh, that mean they can spend it. They say they group here. No. They tell me say I'm gonna go come by here.
So what is it they telling you? They say they come.
They encouraging all.
What?
They learn business part. They encouraging all. See, all those things what happening. You're just wait for all. That wouldn't want to be informed. You always listen. You people who get a project.
So that one of people you were talking about, right?
All the Guinean soya.
No, he was asking you about the Guinean soyas.
The government, the people then the authority, the government has sent among all.
Yeah.
And you see some group over there.
Yeah.
And you saw there's some group over there.
Yeah.
That they are talking about.
Oh.
The way they taking care of all. They happy. They full set. They ready to eat. They can give it to all. When they eat, they give all our own.
Okay.
So that they really want encouraging all.
So now.
So you go tell the papi.
Now. We get Liberian army people here. Today, Bolo here, we got Liberian security people here that money here too, or what?
They here. They among all here.
Okay.
They among all here.
But we must tell him to take it serious.
We the hunter, you know. Make him talk all, but we not little baby. When he hurting all, he hurting all. They bring our children, he hurting all bad way. For our land again, he hurting all bad way. So you take it in serious.
So what you doing with this thing?
Me, the people talking about 2 months time. Me take about 1 week. Let it know saying go.
1 week.
We don't want to see it. 1 week. People talking about 2 months. Me, I'm not talking about 2 months. 1 week. We don't want to see the people here.
So let's talk to the youth leader. They said,
They did not give you a hard time in the area.
Nyanto na para nando kwa apelo nje manda minchena nante bwa ke malana fenga nada na.
The men to the pull now won't see them here. Let President Boaga help us to take them from here.
O fenga nada nante nande nanu tonchu tambunyanya na toli wayondo ni manam pompom tonchu liana bayondo rane.
When you not take them from here, the scary all the residents what they get in the bush is falling. Their plantations falling.
Nana sanga ninga chowo pepe sanga ko anchon sanga.
Utaya war, utaya feeling blood.
Imerulo.
She stop here.
Okay, so some of the citizens there, you heard them, and so we did the interviews, and then we went to the border itself, where our immigration guys are. Our intention was to see them and to reach the Guinean side. We wanted to reach where the Guinean army people were. I think my very basic French could have helped. So we wanted to. So when again the guys said again do interviews, and I said we understand that at this point in time only officials or spokespersons will be able to say something. But we're not here to interview you, the security people. We just want to see what the situation is like. We introduce, once they saw us with the press, OKFM, and we introduce ourselves, the security people, not only they know you, but they know you. So we said we wanted to go beyond them to reach the Guineans. They say, we cannot guarantee your safety to go there, so we can't allow people to go there. This place has become tense. I asked if when the lawmakers went there, they allowed them. They said, no, we couldn't even allow the lawmakers to go there. It has become more tense. But, they couldn't have conversations. But there were high-level sources with very serious information about that. Because like us, we always try to probe what's happening. So, according to these high-level security and executive official sources, one, AB wrote the last video where I am talking, where I'm showing the sand and the mountain. So AB will you if you can roll it without the voice, that will be okay. If okay, if the voice must come with it, then I will pause for you to roll it. But in that video, so there's a mountain distance, but it's fully on the librarian. So I remember last week I told you that an official told me that mountain something about it. In this case, our high-level security sources are saying, according to their intelligence from the Guinean side, this mountain may contain uranium and some other rare earth minerals. You know, when you hear these nuclear weapons, they're talking about some of the things required to make these things. Uranium is also used in making electricity and all that kind of stuff. It's a very highly sought after, very expensive mineral. It is thought that that mountain, which is near the Makona River but fully on the Liberian side, contains uranium and some other rare earth minerals. And that the Guineans reportedly need that. So all of what is happening is geared towards that. Now, in order to effectuate that, Guinea may not really want to fight war or something, but the other intelligence that they gathered is that they want to, if the actual war is abduct, they want to capture some of our security people, the LIS people at that border point, and carry them to Guinea. Then when the negotiations deepen, they say, okay, but give us this place. Now, so they're not, when you hear the owners say, people are mining in the river and all that stuff, they don't talk about that mountain, but all of that reportedly is a ruse, R-U-S-E, is a stratagem. All these other annexations and whatsoever is to take away from the fact that they are in that mountain. Now, independently, we cannot confirm whether it is true that the mountain contains uranium. We don't even know if our authorities know what that mountain contains. But this head that God put on my head, there is no way. I do not think Lofa County is very rich. From the Konya area to go to Vonjima, you just see, I've never seen rocks like that in my whole life. Mountain, rocks so huge like a mountain. The rocks are so many, they're so huge. They say the place, I don't know, 2 mountains whatsoever. But you just see all the things, the teenager high. That will be for another day. So with this intelligence that our guys have, they do not, there is no time that the border area, that whole stretch of area is not manned 24/7, night, day. The guys are there, the LIS people. So when I did the post on Sunday, I say, pray for our guys, need our prayers and moral support. It is not like I was saying that they are doing something for the country. Now, we were there when the guys started creeping, because the guys say always the guys try to creep. You know, they want to see whether our guys are alert, whether they are aware. Sometimes they want to try to creep and see. So the guys started creeping, and then the guys sent the information back to the guys we were talking to, and everybody got in action and all that kind of stuff. The guys at this place, the tension is increasing here. You know, our sources. And given the conversations, like we said, it's not every detail. We know what to put out. We know what they want us to put out, and we know what we can put out. But there's this thought that paramilitary against military, there is a need for the visibility of the AFL, not necessarily for fighting war, but the other side has to know, that our own armed forces beyond just immigration people. Yeah, the immigration people carrying guns. A whole lot of them have guns that are at the border there. But we understood that the guns the guys are well armed, and the guns they have the place we were standing, the gun can reach there. The minute be there fire, it can reach all the way to the place we were. Yeah, you know. So these are the realities on the ground. So yes, that guy who was reporting for a spoon did not lie. They put across with heavy weaponry. The man cost more the gun in. I will not call it. It is true that the people fled from their villages. All those areas clear off. So the situation is as serious as it is. It's really that serious. The guy says sometimes in the night, attempts will be made. Any time of the day, attempts will be made. And now, and another area in Kwaduboni, coming in war. We don't know what the strategy is. We don't know what the plan is. I think Lofa is rich. I really do think those huge rocks and all those mountains and hills and everything, I don't think they're just sitting down there without somebody knows something that we do not know. I don't know whether we've really quantified the resources in Lofa. We really know what we have down there. I don't know. But going into all these districts and from the Zozo area to the Vonjama area to Kwaduboni to Foya, you can know that there should be billions, if not trillions, of resources here. Something. Our job is to report the reality on the ground, and the reality is not pleasant. And to be true to you, apart from the interviews you heard people saying, one more, the tension is building up within the people. They are angry. The ordinary people, they're really angry. We'll not say everything that we saw, but from Foya all the way to Solomba, they are angry. And for me, it is important for authorities to really take some measures that will reassure them. Very, very important. Whether it is the army being there, but it is the fact that that's their livelihood. They have their farms down there. They have their places, their homes are there, their towns, their villages. They're along that stretch. And all of a sudden, you find yourself displaced. So the choice is for the government. Yeah, wisdom is required, but sometimes you have to show a bit of strength, not to fight, but to say we are also here. Again, kudos to the LIS people. I think they need our prayers. I think we saw down there, you know. If you're there, you in Monrovia and we explaining, you will not understand what we're saying. But to be there and the guys started creeping, and you see all our men are getting in positions right away. The guy said, that's all go through, you chew out. We are alert. We got that intelligence. They won't capture some of us to carry us, to use us as ransom in negotiations. It is a reality. We have to give it up for them. So when the guys, I will not say, but yeah, they are all over. Our guys are all over there. So there are these changes in shift. So when you're going towards the border or in the towns, like those who served last night, you will see them resting or something, and then they will move. The other people come back. They move between Vonjama and Foya and Solomba. It is that we observe all of those movements, but it's just LIS. Yeah. So let's take some of your calls. I am inclined to believe in the narrative about the resources. I'm very much inclined because I would not understand why someone would want 1 kilometer of land added to their place. 1.5 kilometers, 0.5 kilometers. There has to be something about a particular place that you want it, because Guinea is by far bigger than Liberia in terms of land space. We should be the ones encroaching, saying we want land back or whatsoever, if it is just for land. 777-700-995. Our guest is here. 555-995-995. Let's take a few of the calls, but that is the picture. Like I said, there are a whole lot of other things we will talk about as the week unfolds. And being who I am, I would really love to be embedded in that part for some time. But again, the support is needed so that you get the actual story of all that is unfolding. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Hello. Okay,
yes, go ahead.
This is the Common Board Chairman. My name is T.O.P. Willie. I joined from Sokene District 4.
Mm-hmm.
You see, that is exactly what we have been saying. And people here have been telling us we are not patriotic, we are anti-Liberia, we are war mongers, all sorts of names they're calling us. We said one day the Liberian citizens are at border, what they are feeling, they will get fed up one day, they will take place in their hands. So what will the government do? When they say they are going diplomatic, and you are an investigative journalist, I want you on the square and Liberia War Media tell us the serious diplomatic effort that the government is taking. We got various channels. We got ECOWAS, whether it is the AU, whether it is the UN or any other international civil body, that this government have officially engaged on the issue that surrounds its territorial, integrity being violated or incursion at the border. We are not seeing things in that direction. But the government continues to tell Liberia that, we're working through diplomatic means.
If the government is working through diplomatic means, then you may not know what they are doing, because issues of diplomacy are usually not exposed.
But then there are channels now. We got diplomatic channels and we got it.
But how you know now? Because you're not in the channel, so you're not be able to know what's happening in the channel.
But then other international crises, when they are mediation, we can hear that the other foreign minister or the other.
But the president went there.
The president went there. What do we see?
Okay, thanks so kindly. Let's go there. Let's take other people too. Welcome. Let's hear you. You put yourself on hold. Hello. Okay, that's the person put themselves on hold. Welcome. Let's hear you. Hello.
Yeah, hello?
Yes, go ahead. Let's hear you.
Okay, I'm John Kinema calling you from New Jersey.
Go ahead.
I'm a fisherman from that side.
Okay.
You know, what the people forget to know here is that the Guinean, they are not behind river, but they are behind an area that have mineral. You know, the constant when I hear about the politician that were in town here saying, somebody money saying this, that it's far beyond that. They are therefore understand. Why would somebody go in your territory and return a flag?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Somebody go in your territory and return a flag. Is that not far beyond same money? That not today people have been doing that. Lofa is rich. Lofa is the deposit for Liberia now. But the people on that side, they know that Lofa have a lot of minerals. So you just see what they are doing now, coming taking portion by portion on the side. Let the Liberians open their eyes and see what the guys want. But all the people want politics. The politicians are putting this thing in politics.
Okay.
And it is wrong.
Okay. Thanks so kindly. Let's take a few more. Our guests will come in shortly. You can bring the guests in. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Well, thank you, Julius, and thanks for the great job you did for the last few days. Well, Julius, and I consider this as a lack of leadership on our part, Julius.
How?
First, Julius, the president went to Guinea. When he came back from Guinea, he said there was a fruitful conversation that went on between the three countries, Liberia, Guinea, and Sierra Leone. And we started hearing that when we started seeing the Guinean troops being mobilized by the president to come to the border, and the government started saying those troops that were being mobilized to come, they were there to come and let people withdraw from the place they are occupied.
Yeah,
That's what they said.
that was a statement issued by the government. Now, it was part of efforts to withdraw.
To withdraw. Now, you know, you see, insecurity is the major problem of this government. They lie so much to they lie about everything because nobody rationally would think that people want to withdraw. For instance, you get 5% here, you want to withdraw there, then you bring 100% to withdraw there. It's not possible. What was said at that meeting, the president failed to inform the Liberian people adequately about what was said. And in our mind, what was said is what the Guineans now are implementing by occupying and coming in full force to occupy the Europe. And you see people, you know, you went there, you talk to people. You talk to people, you see how people are frustrated. People are living over there by means of farming. And people can no longer go to farm because the president has demonstrated his inability to govern. Julius, and what I would like to talk about this or not, what precipitated this whole thing is the president, his brother, who is the local government minister right now, they started managing in that place.
But people have been mining for sin in that particular place always. That's why I understand a whole lot of the constructions that have gone on. They have mined for sin there.
Well, Julius, and you listen to the prefect from JK2. He said, like nobody and other people wrote there officially that they wanted to do same money over there for 1 month. And after the 1 month elapsed, they were still there. So that means it was documented that they wanted to do same money. So after the 1 month, they continued 1 year, 2 years, and the people said they came to seize all of the equipment. And today, this is what we are experiencing, Julius.
Okay.
This is purely a lack of leadership on the part of the president and the United Party, and we believe that this is a failure on their part, Julius.
Okay, thanks so kindly. That's it, Kuda. Let's go international. 2 more calls, 1 here, 1 local. Welcome, let's hear you.
Good afternoon, Julius. Frank Gibson, I call from Paris, and thank you very much for the risk you took in Lofa there. And thank God you were now adopted. That the negotiation was going to be.
The LIS man said, no way. I said, no way. You're going to go across there.
You went over there and you saw things for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how serious this issue is.
No, it is. It's serious. There's a call coming in blocking you out.
You getting me?
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Yeah, what I was saying is that if everything remain as it is, what you saw in the next 1, 2, or 3 weeks, what you think will be the danger of that?
Well,
and I hope Gregory Common was adopted. Then it was going to be the real.
But why are you wishing for someone else to be abducted?
No.
Huh?
Then Joseph Blocker are going to be serious to negotiate with the Guinean government to free. You know, Julius, don't immigration boys who are there, those that who are sacrificing their life. You know they are in danger, right?
Yeah, sure.
The few money Gregor Como spend that particular day to go Lofa and come back, it double all of their salary.
Well, thanks so kindly. At this point, for me, we're more interested in what can be done to really remedy this situation. It is very, very serious. So we'll hold a cause that we have our guests. You know, this will be the whole week. This thing will be running. Let's squeeze in this one from Sweden. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Thank you. This is Douglas. I'm calling from Europe. Thank you for the program.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Julius, I think people should stop just giving false information about the situation in Lofa. Look, they are waiting for a survey to be conducted.
Who is giving false information?
A lot of people giving false information. The guy that just left the call, I think before the last call, he said that the guy from the supervisor from Guinea He said that Yumale wrote and this look these guys. Yumale Noah wrote a letter to that place. Is the company, there's BM company. That company is mining, they say, to do construction in Voyade. Yumale did not write a letter. These guys are playing politics with
But how you know the why I know Numale told you?
No, that what the guy that left the phone said on the air. He said that Yumale wrote a letter for them to do mining, say mining in the water.
Okay, thanks so kindly. You know, all of that, well, Numale or whosoever, the point is we have this crisis on our hand. It is a serious thing, and the government has to take the necessary measure. It is upon the government to take the necessary measures to ensure. For us, we went there, we know what we saw, and we've been able to say it. At least the people there, they counted on us to say it. That's certain quality of people when they go somewhere, people can open up to say certain things. And so they knew who they were saying what to, and they knew that we have the ears of the government. So it is upon the government. One major thing, they want AFL presence. Yeah, let people know say AFL, yeah. That's a very important one. Thanks for your messages and your calls. We have our guest here now. We'll go over to him. He is the founding chairman. That's how they refer to him. The founding chairman of the People's Action Party, PAP, PAP for short. Let me squeeze in this one promo as we segue over to him. This is the OK Conversation on OKFM 99.5.
Good news to all travelers in and out of Liberia. ST Transport Service has introduced new fleets of buses in Liberia to take travelers from Monrovia directly to Ghana, Abidjan, Guinea, and Sierra Leone. We also do connection for our passengers to Lomé, Cotonou, and Lagos, as well as Bamako, Dakar, and Banjul. We also travel from Monrovia to Plebo Harper, Maryland County. For more information, you can visit our red light office opposite Zone 9 Depot 1 Police Station or call us on 0775 908830, 0886 888 538, 0777 77 5501, and 0555 558801. What are you waiting for? Come and enjoy our fast, reliable, and comfort service. ST is here to serve you.
I say, Esther, what in the American people mean by overstay that they say some of all that people doing?
Marie, they overstay the American people talking about that for you to stay long after the time you ask her to stay in America and the time the people already not take record for, even when your visa still get long time on it.
Oh, okay. So it means when I tell the American embassy that I'm going for 6 weeks, it should be 6 weeks, it shouldn't pass 6 weeks, even if I get 1 year visa, sir?
Yes. Even if you get 1 year visa or 3 year visa and you going for 6 weeks, that is 6 weeks you must stay for and can't red bago. If you won't go again, they will believe you next time. But if you tell the people say 6 weeks, then you stay for 6 months, they will not trust you next time. Oh, don't let anybody in America fool you. Oh. Even if the immigration in the very America tell you say you must stay for 6 months, don't do it. Oh. Only stay for the time you told the embassy you're going for, so you can't spoil your friend and way to travel to America.
Okay, thank you for making me understand the whole overstay thing the American people talking about. From now on, I will stay for the time I requested for. As soon as the time passes, I come in right by here because I want my country need to be on any overstay list. When they will restrict my country and live traveling to America, half for my family and friends.
Don't stay beyond the time you requested from the U.S. Embassy. Return home after your requested length of stay. Get clean record. More travel chances. A message from the Special Presidential Task Force.
Looking for the best in tiles, face basin, bathroom and kitchen accessories, and camos? J-Rack Incorporated has got you covered. We are located on 16th Street in Cinco, Monrovia, and a branch in Caldwell, right by Cape of Funeral Parlor. Jacuzzi top for 8 to 12 persons, all from Twyford and Francia brand. Quality, you can tell. Paints of all kinds, freezers, big and small, electronics and more. We have it all. Call J-Rack Incorporated today. 0886 628 218 0770 628 128. Don't delay. We are just a call away. J-Rack Incorporated. Your home, our passion.
Our help, our life is in noise to make it better. Let's work together.
My people, hello. My name is Dr. Catherine Thomas Cooper. I'm the Chief Medical Officer of Liberia. I got good news for everyone. The government and the partners last year started to give malaria vaccine in 6 counties in Liberia in the southeast. We are now ready to carry the vaccine to the remaining 9 counties. My people, the malaria vaccine will be given to children from 5 months all the way up to 2 years. Our children will take the vaccine 4 different times to help reduce malaria from catching them fast and for them not to get sick with malaria. The vaccine is safe, available and free. No paying money for it. So let us carry our children to the clinic or the hospital for the malaria vaccine. When we carry our children to the clinic or hospital, the doctor people will tell you more about the malaria vaccine. My people, even when your children taking the malaria vaccine, we must always make sure that they sleep under the mosquito net everywhere and every night. Let us also remind you that when our children are taken to the clinic, we must make sure that we carry our baby vaccine card. Carry your 5-month-old children and your children less than 2 years old to the clinic or the hospital for malaria vaccine. The vaccine is safe, available and free. No paying money. This is a message from the Ministry of Health and her partners.
And together we can have a healthy family and have a healthy life and be very happy. At home, let's follow the doctor's advice. This is the only way we can make it better for us in our family, in our country. Our health, our life is in noise to make it better. Let's work together.
Are you seeking healing, deliverance, and total freedom in your life? Then get ready for a powerful move of God. The City of Light Church of God proudly presents Total Freedom Crusade 2026, a life-changing revival where the power of God will set people free. Hosted by Bishop and Reverend Mother John Kunkun, Senior Pastors of City of Light Church of God. Guest ministers, Prophet Favor A. Coke from the City of Light in the United States of America, and Prophet Emmanuel Kago from Freetown, Sierra Leone. Mark the date, March 23rd to March 27, 2026. Venue is at the Sports Commission on Broad Street. Time, 5:30 p.m. every day. The theme scripture is from John chapter 8 verse 32. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. Bring the sick, the oppressed, and everyone believe in God for a miracle. Don't miss Total Freedom 2026. Your moment for healing, deliverance, and total freedom in Christ.
I become a person for my happiness.
Is your car sick? Is your car having engine problem, wheel alignment, or air conditioning problems? Then, here's your solution. Here's the medication for your car. Automan's Garage on Girder Street, opposite the Old General Ministry, is the right clinic for all your cars. With our local and international professional mechanic, we get your car back in good shape. Automan's Garage. We have a multi-spray booth that leaves your car sparkling, or car care center, CCC, that takes care of your car interior and exterior. We get your car the modern rims and doors handle. Let's just say we pimp your ride. Make your car look modern at Automan's Garage on Gurley Street. We have a professional tire center that change your tire in no time. With our state-of-the-art diagnosing machine, we know exactly what's wrong with your car. No guessing. Our tow service is one of its kind. Tow your car for a reasonable amount if we won't fix your car. And for free if Automeds will service your car. Our prices are unbeatable and our customer service is outstanding. So whatever your cars need, call Automeds Garage on Gurley Street, opposite the Old General Ministry, on 0555-535-307 or 0777-884-077. Automeds Garage. We care for your cars.
I become a person for my happiness. I become a person for my happiness.
Oh yeah, well. Where's the NS Brown? I bubba dumbo. And I Eva music. We bubba dumbo. Hey, say. The blood from the banga. Bubba dumbo. Bubba dumbo. All my brabby that bubba dumbo. Bubba dumbo. So don't you brabby you bubba dumbo. Bubba dumbo. All of my brabby that bubba dumbo. Bubba dumbo. Hey, ya balambala. I'm a balantine. Get the one kid up here. Get the one kid up style. I bubba dumbo. All my brabby that bubba dumbo. Bubba dumbo. Wapo gonwe. Gongu gonwe. Eswe bageba. Napugo. So he bubba dumbo. Bona kwabi de bubba dumbo. Bubba dumbo. Wapo gonwe. Gongu gonwe. Eswe bageba. Napugo. Bubba dumbo. Bubba dumbo. All my brabby that bubba dumbo. Bubba dumbo. So don't you brabby you bubba dumbo. Bubba dumbo. All of my brabby that.
Okay, sorry. We had to tend to something very quick. We have with us Mr. Ahmed Sirleaf, organizing chairman of the People's Action Party. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Julius.
It is good meeting you for the first time.
Absolutely. Finally, we're here.
Yeah. We've always been talking on the phone.
Yeah, it's good to be here, and I look forward to our discussion and conversation.
Yeah, I will owe you some of your time.
Okay.
Because I ate some, so perhaps we'll have to do a part 2 after your convention.
I appreciate the transparency.
Yeah. Who is Ahmed Sirleaf? Tell us a bit about yourself.
Oh, man, this is a question that people dread. Look, I'm a Western Liberian boy. I was born in Todmanburg. Partially grew up in Grand Cape Mount. It's my maternal grandmother's folks are from there. But the Sirleafs are originally from Bapulu. It's a town called Medina and Swemaka.
Okay.
You know, that whole.
Yeah.
So we straddle Bombing, Bapulu, in my case, Grand Cape Mount. I'm the organizing chair of the People's Action Party, a Liberian who is passionate about the transformation of his country, have been involved in many ways with the country from home and abroad. And so I'm here at this point in time in our country's history and in my life and career, engaging more actively now from the front.
How long have you been to politics?
I've been a political consultant and advisor and strategist for a long time in the background. This is stuff that
Is it to individuals or to political parties?
I did some training in the U.S. As a political consultant, in addition to other education that I acquired. And so I trained candidates here and advised candidates who are running for office in Liberia.
Have you produced winners?
Oh, yes, political parties
Like-
in Liberia. Oh, man, I can't
Why you don't want to know?
name some of my...
Well, we need to know your footprint.
No, I mean, even the president in 2017, I was a strategist on the campaign, supporter, trained the campaign staff, and you
For
know,
whom?
met for President GNB.
Oh,
Met
okay.
with him multiple times, personal direct advice, some legislative candidates, even Senator Sir Joseph, who was part of PAP. I trained his campaign staff when he was running for representative and himself in 2013. So I've worked with candidates in Ghana, in Nigeria, in Liberia, here and in the U.S. So this is my first time, however, to come to the forefront and be active. in
Why
politics.
PAP? How did you get involved in the PAP thing? How did Senator Sir Joseph and you get to meet and all that?
Oh no, Senator Sir Joseph and I go way back. We were refugee teenagers. Well, I don't know for him, but I was a refugee teenagers in Sierra Leone. We were trying to go to school, get our education back then. And we all were on a camp, unaccompanied young people trying to survive, get an education. That's where we met, and our friendship has grown over the years. And you know, like I said, we've been in conversations for many things, including politics, his political life, and when he was running for office for the first time, I supported our effort. And we've worked professionally on other things. But beyond politics, we're friends and we call ourselves brothers. We go way back.
Okay, and the PAP thing. He brought the conversation to you.
Julius, this is a conversation that has been in the making for a while, for at least several years. The Senator Joseph, yes, but you know, other people whom he brought on board, different groups in Liberia, in the U.S., who have similar vision for where the country ought to be going. You know, I think it came to the head when I came home to do training for LRA, Liberia Revenue Authority, in 2024, I believe. He has some kind of fire incident, and he, meaning Senator Sir Joseph, I went to see him. He made a remark to me I'll never forget. He said, look, Ahmed, the thing, we've been having this discussion, we have to be at the table. The people don't care about people. They don't care about the country. I didn't ask him who the people, but it was obvious. The country needed to be
obvious. Like what?
Well, from myself as a Liberian professional, someone who knows Liberia, who has been involved with the country for a very long time, I would like to see the country in a certain place. This is the 21st century, and we have to be brutally honest with ourselves. This is not a a swipe by any particular administration or any particular leader, but the country is dragging. We need to be in a place where we're not yet, and we need to be making progress. Yes, we've had conflicts from the 1980s, from the military coup to other ensuing episodes of conflicts in our country. We've experienced that, but other countries have experienced similar conflicts as well, political, economic, social turmoils, and they've moved forward. And we've been struggling to make that leap. So when someone says to me they don't care about our country, they don't care about our people, it rings a bell to me.
Yeah, others,
so it resonated with
others
me.
accuse him too of being part of those people. He has been a senator with the CDC. They accuse the CDC of doing some bad things. Others accuse the Unity Party after the war. Others accuse parties before the war, the Chewy Party, the NDPL, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So there are fingers pointing here and there. So as he pointed fingers at others, one of those was pointing back to him.
Well, look, absolutely. I think in my end, Senator Joseph can speak for himself. I always say this is a sitting senator, so I'm not here to represent him or his office because he has capable staff and himself can speak to his work. But for
he
the
is a
party,
founding political leader of your party.
exactly.
Right?
So from that context, I think he's been very transparent about some of these things. Of course, he's a senator, sitting senator, he's a politician. It's a system. This is like a cesspool. It's a system that we ought to fix all of us, right? And so when he says they don't care about people, they don't care about the country, I understood because I know that he has a heart for the people. He's a politician who I would say is closest to the people. The way he lives his life, at least from what I've seen from the public perspective, the way he engages with citizens. So when you travel around the country, people connect him in PAP. You see the excitement in their eyes, things they talk about the senator. That gives me hope. It gives me some comfort that we're doing this together.
Okay, now, why PAP? Whole lot of political parties, more than 20 political parties.
Excellent, very.
Out of the blue moon, boom, jumps in PAP. Why PAP again?
It didn't come out of the blue moon, but it's a
no,
very,
I mean, to us.
To us.
Like we just woke up one morning and
yes.
then PAP, boom.
A very good question, a legitimate question, Julius. I mentioned to you, I've done things for different leaders, different politicians to support their ambitions, and if I felt that what they sold to me aligned with my own vision for the country, I supported them at that time. Even though in the 2018 transition, I was in the country, I was working for many years here for international donor government, and I resigned my job and supported President Barker's campaign in 2017. When he didn't win, friends in the CDC reached out to me and they said, "Look, help us with the transition." And so I was on a subcommittee of governance during the transition, and I was a lead author on the presidential transition report that President Sirleaf, the outgoing president, and the incoming president, we assigned on inauguration day. Okay. And so we've done things for different political figures in the country and different parties in a way. But if people as vision for where Liberia ought to be and how to govern, it's not exactly, you're not saying what you like to say in it. It's okay to say, look, let's have a conversation about how else, what other vehicles can we use to accomplish what we want to do for our people. This is not an electoral project. I always say PAP is not. It's not a situation where we say, oh, let's just add another political party because Sir Joseph has some kind of ambition. I wouldn't have been part of it. In fact, one thing I told Senator Joseph and the group that I met with when we had this discussion was the number of things have to be agreed upon and in place. This is not a party about one individual. This is going to be an institution. Because in my experience, political parties in Liberia are not really engaging in what I call institutionalism. These are typically about individuals and ambitions, and maybe someone who has money, someone comes and they want to be president, and they gather people and they register a party and they start running around. Sometimes they wait when it's close to the election, they begin to do cosmetic things. I was not interested in that kind of thing. I said, look, we will have to build a party that is people-centered and people-centric, that focuses on the people, works around the clock 24/7 every day, almost as like a company, but not a profit aspect of it, right? Meaning decentralize this organization, make it so inclusive, so democratic that anyone can run it. Anyone can be a political leader or standard bearer. Anyone can be a chairperson of this party, whether you come from rural Liberia, from which region, what background, as long as you buy into the vision of PAP and that the values align, you're willing to work the way we want the party to do. Yes, we welcome you. We have people and action in the party for a reason. It's a people-centric party, social democratic party that focuses on involving Liberians themselves in governing their country, in extricating themselves out of poverty. Julius, we do not accept the abject conditions of our people. We shouldn't. We should be uncomfortable with what we see. You go to JFK, people sitting there. It's not like we don't have doctors and trained medical people. We don't give them what they need to do their job. We don't equip our medical facilities and institutions, just as an example. And then the education sector, all kinds of the youth sector. Look at our young people. Yes, motorbike riding and pimping, all of that's good to give you income, right? As long as you're not engaged in crime, that's a productive, positive thing to do. But that's not the future of our children, of our young people. And the youth really, it's not a cliche. Young people are the future of the country.
And so,
all right. And so these are the things that PAP is here to answer your question.
We
to address.
will come back to those things. Let me establish how then you want to do those things in terms of your structure. You have a convention coming up. Tell us about it. When is it?
Yes.
Where is it? And
Thank you.
how is it going to be like? From your answers,
Yes.
we will know whether you are an institutional body or a group of people put together just to make Sir Joseph president.
Okay, good, very good. So, first, thank you for pushing me back to the foundation of this conversation. So, this is a proposed party, so that I don't go afoul of the law, National Elections Commission regulations. Now, under our new elections law, the party must take, the organizing chair must take the party to its first national convention, where the party adopts key documents, primarily the constitution that's governing the party, establish a governing structure. In our case, we have an overarching manifesto. It's not an election manifesto, but manifesto in terms of the document that lays out the party's political philosophy and ideology and its vision for governing the country. And then adopt those documents, elect officials, and come make a report. The convention committee then will make a report to the National Elections Commission for certification purposes. For that reason, we've agreed this month, next week, in fact, this week, not next week, the 27th, Friday, convention opens at Bento City, Montserrado County, capital city of Montserrado. That's where we're going. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, all weekend long. We having conversations with our citizens, our would-be partisans from all around the country, all 73 districts across this country, and Liberians from the diaspora have begun arriving already for the convention in the country, for the PAP's first national convention. So again, those who are listening to us, join us in Bento City this Friday, 8 a.m. every day, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, till 6 p.m.
So
convention
it's this
activities.
coming Friday.
Correct. The 27th Friday, 28th Saturday, and 29th. It closes up on Sunday.
What time does it start?
Early mornings, 8 a.m., breakfast, those kinds of things, registration.
What are the positions people will be contesting
all
for?
national executive leadership positions.
No,
So
name them,
from
sir.
standard bearer / political leader, because in our culture now, political leader has become a thing, but those not a legal position for a party. But we will elect a standard bearer, we'll elect a national chairperson for the party, and then we have about 9, if I'm getting it right, of vice chairpersons. I can name some of them. So the secretary general of the party is very important. Is a contested position, and the youth, we call it PAP Young, the youth league person of the party will be elected. Then vice chair for administration, vice chair for finance and investment, vice chair for legal affairs, vice chair for operation, vice chair for membership recruitment and mobilization, and the list goes on. Vice chair for international affairs, media, press, and propaganda.
Do you
all
have
of those
people
things.
registering already?
Absolutely. Well, the election committee of the party, of the convention, to be transparent, started work a little behind schedule. So they've just released guidelines today. Party headquarters in our chat room is going to be on our website page, Facebook page. And by law, we're required to publish all of these things I've told you in newspapers and talk about them on radio, as I'm doing now. We issued a press release last Monday. I believe it was I forgot the date, but last Monday, laying out the convention requirements and, that this is coming, announcing to the country essentially, and did some preliminary radio appearances and interviews.
So that means people have not started registering yet.
People will begin registering today.
Is it not a little too late?
No,
or wouldn't that make you to extend the time for the convention?
No, it's not, because the election committee of the convention has a registration procedure that's been established. We've been having consultations with stakeholders, will be people who have expressed their intent to run for various offices. Like, again, I'm on the radio, national radio here. I'm being transparent. People are listening, right? I said we were behind schedule. we should have announced this thing perhaps 2 weeks ago, released all the guidelines and everything.
What
like
is
that.
responsible?
But we've now done so.
What is responsible for the
various,
delay?
various negotiations. People want a convention to happen in a certain way, and then we got to talk to the lawyers. Got to look at what the election law says. For example, at the county level, the county lead, all of us are acting right now. So we have county chairpersons. We've decentralized this party, even as it is a proposed party, across the country, Julius, where we have county chairpersons, secretary, similar structure as the national secretary general, women and gender
All of the
affairs.
political parties in Liberia do that as well. That is not sui generis to PAPT.
There's some sui
It
generis.
It is not something so new
No,
that you're doing.
it is, Julius. I want
How?
to push back on that because look, we are a new party. We're not even certificated yet. We've managed to do that already because we want to be very inclusive and democratic, right? We've managed to do that. And there are aspects and features of PAP that other political parties don't have. I can talk about some of those if you like, if we have time. Look, for instance, doing a convention, why are we having a 3-day convention? In the middle, we're having workshop. We call it a Leadership Development Institute of the PAP. PAP has a think tank. It's called Policy Research Planning component. This is the component of the party that will do research and study the country's problems, governance issues, and even engage the certain government. If we are not empowered those who are there, we see how they're governing the country. The party, it has all ideas. If that particular government of there listens, we'll engage with them. That bureau is responsible for that. Very active, engaging with citizens and doing research. The LDI will train leaders, grow leaders in the party. You ought to grow in the ranks of the party. It's not just some automaticity. No. For example, those who are aspiring to run on PAP ticket, we do an audit. We go to your district, talk to the folks, and see if how you're living with them, right? If we believe that.
Will you be able to do that throughout all of the 73 districts of this country?
We've begun doing some of that. People have come to us and say, "Lord, wait a minute. We're not just here willy-nilly saying, okay, we promise you, we guarantee you, you'll be on PAP ticket." That's not going to happen. It's not perfect, particularly that it's a new party, right? There are some things that we will struggle with, we will attempt to institute these institutional features and enforce them.
But sometimes when things are new, it is like new love. You have this gusto, you have this fervor to want to do things. So you want to prove a point. You want to show that you are here to do things differently. So yeah, it may not sound too strange, but after a few weeks or so, all of that dwindles down.
That's a legitimate point. I can't dismiss that. But I can say, watch us and see. This is not going to be business as usual, Julius. We've pushed back. There's some of the delays I've discussed here are happening because of these institutional and democratic processes that we're enforcing. Lots of negotiations happening back and forth. Oh, this is how the other party does it. This is not what we used to. So no, this is a brand new, different political organization. We want to change the culture of political party, how political parties are formed and conduct themselves, govern and participate in politics in this country. And to do that, you're going to have to take the bitter pills. Some things will be slow, take time. For instance, the convention, we got a letter way back when last year. We said, no, we'll take time to study, go around the country, talk to our people, and have a very intentional convention where you train people, where you bring people from everywhere, and have them have a conversation about the future of the country and the role of PAP in that future.
Okay. Now, have you registered or are you going to register to run for the chairmanship of PAP?
Well, I intend to be a candidate in the race for the chairmanship of the party. Because I believe the work we've done to rapidly stand this party up and bring it where it is, and what we want to do, how we want the party to be a different and better political institution, political organization in the country. We believe we still have some work to do to mature the party to that point, and give other people an opportunity to to mirror some of that governance and leadership style that we bring to the table. Now the delegates will decide that, right? And leaders in the party will decide that we'll go to election. But I believe what we've done so far and what we're hearing, that we will prevail at the convention.
Now, are there others who will be vying for the chairmanship as well?
Well, there are others, but I'm not here to discuss my opponents. All I can say.
No, but you have come in not as a candidate, but as an organizing chairman.
Chair.
So it is important for you to, yeah. So and the B to that question is, what could qualify a person for running for any of the offices? For an example, someone like Julius is not a member of your party, of any party. He has not declared anything, but yours is a proposed new party.
Correct.
Can that person just come in and say and try to vie for any of the posts?
Yes, technically, by law, every Liberian citizen who has attained the age of 18 and above is eligible to become, who is now currently a card-holding member of another political party, is welcome to a new party. And that party, in fact, has to open up to all Liberians of all stripes, from all backgrounds, all regions. And for us, technically, we are all now members of PAP, yet because still a proposed party. We are enthusiasts, would-be members, people who are going to convention, who want to become members of the party once the party is certificated. So we are the organizing committee. We are the organizing governing structure of the party. Under the election law, they've allowed us to organize ourselves in such a manner that will be able to effectively take us to convention. So someone like Julius comes and says, I want to associate or run for an office. Julius is welcome. However, in the Constitution, the draft Constitution that will be adopted at the convention, there are specifications broadly. I mean, the constitutions and bylaws just give you broad specification for what qualifies someone to run. And then, as a matter of maybe policy or your regulation, you can reduce that thing. For example, the elections committee of the party has now drawn regulations and guidelines for who qualifies and what qualifies you, what are the criteria, and all of those things have been established. Like I said, we'll publish them. There are hard copies at Party HQ as I speak to you. Anyone can see and go read and see if you qualify, if Julius qualifies for any of the position that Julius wishes to vie for. Then you do the registration, and the committee determines your eligibility, and you are a candidate for that role.
Okay. Now, let me bring it back to why PAP, sorry, we're talking about issues of youth, of women, the issues confronting
the country.
These narratives and your explanation are not.
I get it, Julius.
I'm not new.
They're not novel.
Anybody who wants to be president, any political party that comes in is kind of disappointed in what has been happening so far with the different political institutions, the mainstream ones, what they've done for the country. You think you want to do it differently. You want to do it better. Everybody says that.
Everybody says
that. And people try people, and it ends up the same way.
Julius, people say things. The fact that you make a wish, or you desire to be something or to do something does not make you do it or be. What makes you do it is actually must get up and take action and go after it. We can say all we want. Like we Liberians, we are very good at fine speeches. We come with very flowery ideas, and I get it. It's a legitimate critique that politicians of all stripes, ages, they come here. If you play a tape of a politician in the 80s, will probably sound like what I'm saying now. The difference there is now, are these people taking intentional actions toward these things? What are those actions? What's in their political manifesto? What is the party's stated ideology? A political party should not just come and just it's not a name. It's that value, the principles, the political philosophy that is tied into the people's belief, vision for how they want to govern the country differently. And they must take action to implement and enforce those ideologies. Otherwise, it's nothing. It's just something on paper. So, yes, it's hard for people to see how PAP will be different because they've heard it all and nothing substantial happened.
But
Okay.
equally so, what can you point to with individuals in the PAP to say, okay, given the history of this person, what they've demonstrated, it is a sign that these are things that we will continue. Whether it is your organizing political leader, whether it is you, the organizing chairman, or other people that are there, what can you show too? In Liberian parlance, we say if the charisma will be good,
Yeah,
from the
Well,
if
there may
you
be
will tell.
other.
So give us some EVAC examples.
There may be others who perhaps are vying for the standard bearership of the party as well. This is an inclusive book. As the organizing chair of the party, from where I sit and what I hear, meetings I hold, discussions I have, Julius, I'm very encouraged. Or else I won't be here. There are folks everywhere in this country who see our vision and who want to participate. They want to be part of it. They're encouraged. Some of them we cannot name now. Some are actively in government. Some are active in politics in other political organizations. Some are overseas. Some for the jobs and professional commitments. They're now willing to be outed out here today by me, for instance. But what I can say, we are focusing on the grassroots. We are focusing on the people, decentralizing the party out of Monrovia and strengthening the county leadership structure, the district leadership structure, working with our people. Why are we doing that? We believe, like I said earlier, we want to run the party like a company where if it's the agriculture sector we've identified, what sort of innovation are we bringing? Who are we inviting to join us? Is some investors of some sort, or some Liberians at home and abroad? How do we want to do that? It ought to be in collaboration, in conjunction with and for the people. What is young youth development? What do young people want? How often do we ask them? We sit in air-conditioned offices and design TVET policies for young people. We assume that they want to go into agriculture, for instance, and design programs and policies that don't attract them. That ought to change. All right, we talk about our mothers, our sisters, our aunties who may be living in the rural parts of the country. We design programs for them. We have this vision that this is what's good for them. That ought to change. The way you do that is the action, is making the party a people-centric party, engage with folks, work with them every single day. Election season, non-election season. That's what we mean by we're going to run the party as though it is a profit-making company, except it's not.
What is your visibility so far?
Oh, we are very encouraged by the reception. The country, our people are receiving the message very well. You should see our party headquarters in Congotown. I don't know if you've been there. Almost every single day we are there. People are there. Activities are happening. People are coming, and in the counties, our sub offices. Chat room now or on our Facebook page, particularly people are having meetings, they're having community discussions, and in the diaspora, it's very exciting. Liberians everywhere. Like I said, I pick someone up last night or yesterday who came in the country. Another one is arriving tonight. Two others arrived over the weekend. People are coming from Germany, from Canada, from the U.S., from the European Union countries. They're coming to the convention. Why? Because we believe what we presented to Liberians and the PAP is something that's attractive and people want to be part of it. That those, like I said, who are in other political parties, stakeholders, major individuals, who have engaged with us. Some of them are in serious discussions as we speak. Some are waiting to see after the convention because the argument is, well, you're not actually a party yet. So how sure are we if we came aboard or we announce ourselves, and this won't be an effort in futility. So therefore we're going to convention. And then after convention, you call me back here. At that point, hopefully, I won't be shooting people's names.
Okay. Before we go to the phone lines, there is currently an issue, the issue of the border situation in Lofa County.
Yeah.
what is your view on that, given all that has been happening, or you've read, or you've heard?
Yeah.
What do you think?
What I can say, and this is just sort of cursory observation. What, like you said, what I read in popular media, and I've not been briefed. There's no national security assessment that I've read about this situation. But as a teacher, as a university teacher, I teach defense and security. I taught a course here at UL Graduate School for years, defense and security. What we are seeing is not a child's play. Border disputes, territorial disputes, no one should play with it. And I hope our government is taking it with all seriousness. I mean, from at least early indications, I see the president is engaging regional leaders diplomatically, but I hope they're also engaging strategically, they're engaging militarily. Militarily meaning what's our national security strategy when it comes to protection of Liberian territories. What are the some of the early warning systems? What have we activated to ensure that? Because people are traumatized. We came from conflict. We may think, oh, this thing will go away. It's just an aberration. But who knows? Depending on how we handle our government handles it, it could linger. Because what I'm hearing, if it has to do with minerals or mining, I don't know the facts. I don't know whether that is the case. But we've seen in history where people can be living across two rivers or two, border, porous borders, families in Guinea, Liberia, wherever, they're all speaking the same language, they intermarry and so on. And boom, someone discovers some precious stones or precious minerals in this area. Suddenly it becomes a premium piece of land. And one country claims it over another. That could become deadly. And so, with our experience, with conflict here, military conflict, rebel conflict, military coup, I think that all seriousness should be attached to this. Our people, I saw images of, our mothers and our sisters and young people putting bags on their heads. Those images from the war years. We shouldn't allow our people to be subjected to that anymore. So I worry about it. I worry about it because we've been reconstructing our military, for instance. We had to decommission weapons in this country. We have to demobilize, disarm fighters in this country. As a result, the rebranding and rebuilding of our security sectors has been very slow, very intentional. People are not even armed. You see police officers, they're doing law enforcement work. They don't have weapons, just a very few. Similar thing with the armed forces of Liberia. And these are folks who are supposed to defend our country, territorial integrity, and the political independence of our country. They may be trained, they may have received all the fancy military training, but if they lack equipment, if they lack, if the right mechanisms are not in place, we could be at a disadvantage if it came to military engagement. We hope it doesn't come to that, but I'm saying that conflict can start in ways that people don't expect, and then it lingers around, it escalates. So we need to do everything we can to de-escalate and ensure that there's peace as quickly as possible.
You've been around, you've followed. What do you make of the governance of the state currently?
Well, I mean, it's not an assessment of one president or one administration. It's a national problem that we have as a people. Some have to do with mentality. Some have to do with how we view public service. For instance, someone runs for office, they want to become a legislator, and they do not even fully try to understand the democratic roles and responsibilities of an ethical, responsible legislator. And they're there, they're confused, they don't know what they're supposed to do. They think they have to build some hand pump. They think they have to build some bus stop somewhere, and that's the governing role they have to play. Yes, they always talk about lawmaking, oversight, and representation. That's sort of a cliche. But what does that really mean in depth? what is our legislature doing? What is the role of the legislature in governing the country? When it comes to the judiciary, that's the security. Whether you talk about investors, foreign direct investors, be they Liberians or non-Liberians, people want to make sure that if they enter a contract with Julius J, the sanctity of that contract is respected, that if there was a dispute, they could go to court and the evidence and the law will prevail and their interests will be protected. But I'm sorry to say, we're struggling with that as a country. We're struggling with rule of law, Julius. We are. And there are things that we do, even in the public service space. We know it's not honest. It's not realistic. And we put it out there to our people. All right? I'll give you an example. There's not a criticism. Madam Salif had from poverty reduction strategy to
Agenda for Transformation.
Agenda for Transformation to President Weah's poverty
PAPD.
Now arrest agenda. When you look at the funding mechanisms and what funding matters do they have? This is billions of dollars of investment, public investment that needed. But the state is not willing or does not even have the resources to allocate to intentionally do this work. And then we say this is what we're doing. So we hope that the large chunk of this will come from some type of foreign source, whether it's some loan or some grant. We cannot develop the country like that until we ourselves can really honestly introspect and agree that we want to take a hold of the development of our country. We will not modernize. We will not fix our social policies. We will not fix our social safety net problems. We will not do the major public investments that are needed, like in the power sector, for instance. So what one administration after another has done is been some marginal interventions here and there. The people see light in this community, they're happy. So we made our people to be subjected, to be conditioned to just accept and appreciate these marginalities. They think that you do a little bit of something, you build one bridge here, people should be happy, and that's what they deserve. Because we've made them to get used to accepting mediocrity. That is the major problem. It's not one sector. You go to legislative sector, judicial sector, executive sector of governance. These are the major problems. Until we can sit and have a conversation, be honest and sincere with ourselves. Not that we don't have the resources, we do. But how do we marshal these resources, harness them, and truly, sincerely focus on the common good than ourselves? We've struggled with that as a people.
His name is Ahmed Salif, organizing chairman of the People's Action Party, PAP. And we're having some conversations here about our convention, which is later for Friday through Sunday. 777-700-995, 555-995-995. The numbers to call, and you will be through to the OK conversation. Let's begin from here. Welcome, sir.
David Kuti, my name.
Go ahead, sir.
I have been a politician for 28 years in Liberia, since 1997 when I became a lawmaker and chairman of the third largest party in Liberia, ACA.
At that time?
At that time, yes. At that time. And we were heroes at that time, still there, yeah. Okay, I have noticed two things, Mr. Chairman, or organizing chairman. People join political parties in this country on a quid pro quo basis, something for something. They do not really believe in the ideology of the party, but somebody that has money, like Joseph is a money man, or David Kuti is a money man, he has put a party together. People rush there to get the pickup and some cash. Are you worried about that? Number two, some political parties are organized or formed or established for accommodation purposes. David Kuti knows very well, even though he's been a lawmaker, chairman of a party, that he can never become president of this country. But he will form a party or put a party together for accommodation purpose, so that eventually, when he's in that race and he doesn't go anywhere, he gets about 3 point something points, or how they call it. But then he will look at the two people in the second round, and then he will say to himself, well, look, I think this side has an edge. Let me join this side so that when they win, I can become LPRC managing director or something somewhere. Is that the case of your new party? Are you worried about it? Thank you.
Okay. Just jot the concerns down, then you respond to them. This person says, please ask your guest what has he seen that could push the voters to vote against the Unity Party, NS Bele. Nelson Bidel of Cardwell says, please ask the studio guests why do lawmakers keep creating new political parties? Yesterday was Musa Belete, and today is Joseph. Okay, let's go ahead. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Julius, good afternoon.
Yes, welcome. Let's hear you.
Thank you. And let me say a pleasant good evening to your guest in studio. I phone in from District 4, and this is the voice of
Who?
Julius, let me appreciate the guest. I think he spoke lengthily and he spoke well. But Julius, this issue of proliferation of a lot of political parties in Liberia is something that is very alarming. Being a Liberian and somebody who have observed the status quo of politics in Liberia, I'm concerned about the increase of a lot of political parties in this country, Julius. So I care to hear from your guest in studio this evening. Is it that Liberia's problem will be solved due to the increase of a lot of political parties in this country? Will they bring an end to the many challenges Liberia and Liberians are faced with? Thank you for having me, Julius.
Okay. Thanks so kindly as well. He's jotting down your points. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Good afternoon, Julius.
Yes, go ahead.
Thank you. My name is Prince Nascimento Goto, and member of the Unity Party, and I joined from Dagestan December 30. Let me appreciate our studio girls, for the kind of deliberation. But my question is, I want to ask you a few questions. My one is, what is the mechanism the PAPD point of
PAP, there's no D there.
Yeah.
This is not proper agenda for prosperity and development. This is People's Action Party.
What are the strategy they are playing to replace us? Because I don't think San Jose is a pure program mature.
No. Listen now. Listen. Hello.
Yeah.
You should be respectful of other people. The way you're saying it, you will not want him to say it like that to your own political leader too. Okay, thanks so kindly. Let's be respectful. You can disagree. You ask a man, why has he seen that they can replace you with finish? You don't need to be disrespectful to someone else, especially someone who has been a lawmaker for so many years, representative, senator, and all that. No, stop. Let's not do that. Let's go international. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Yeah, the way you come on mail, I want to say the sitting too because I just not ready.
Yeah, if you say it, I'll call you off too.
No, when I say the sitting, when I say this, I just called a friend gives it anyway. I just called the man said people spend the whole day to the party headquarters. CDC party headquarters supposed to go there for the walking. Now the country, so the people they want to get a daily meal. They got to spend that day at San Joseph party. San Joseph shouldn't feel that because he had 300 some voters voting in the senatorial election. So I can be president abroad. It's a joke. It's a joke. You know, San Joseph and Jeremiah could go in election. Jeremiah could beat him. I want to talk about Joseph because he said when Joseph boy in the race, he will not run.
Okay, thanks so kindly. You're not go there too. You won't find a way to go there. You're not go there. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Yes. Good evening, Julius.
Yes, go ahead.
This is Steve Benjamin Myers.
Go ahead, Ben.
Well, I called because of one of your callers who spoke about the proliferation of political parties and was asking as to whether this is the only way Liberia's problem can be resolved. For a very long time in our country's history, we've not discussed the institutionalization of political parties. Look, Julius, if you were to do a survey just in the Mano River Basin, you will realize that in places like Sierra Leone, in Ivory Coast or so, those countries have passed the anti-defection law that this allows people to migrate from party to party, in the sense that when a lawmaker gets elected on a party's ticket, it is understood as the party being elected and not the individual being elected. So in the eventuality where the person feels so disenchanted for a particular reason and wants to disassociate himself or herself from a political party, he or she can do that at will, provided they will forfeit their seat.
Yeah, and they'll put it up for re-election.
Within the various parliaments. Now, in certain instances, the political party could elect somebody at their Congress to end the remainder of the tenure, but to the extent of the violation or whatsoever, they could put up the seat for another election for the general public to run for that. So you realize that in Nigeria, they have stronger political institutions. And when senators are elected, they don't leave from party to party, because once you leave, you are not a senator. Now, the only lawmaker who brought about that, after we started discussing it a few times, was Musa Hassan Belete. And many people have now understood the importance of that law. Until we can get those things in place, we'll always have the proliferation of parties. Julius, I can say to you, between now to 2029, there will be multiple political parties. And guess what? Those are not the real answers to Liberia's problems. We need to understand the fact that for us to be able to do it, we need to have stronger institutions. The mere fact that we failed to institutionalize the political system of our country is what's hampering us as a nation and people. And until that can be resolved, we'll always have these small problems here and there.
Okay.
But I'm just hoping on the day that all of the intellectuals in the country can face each other one-on-one and have this issue resolved once and for all. We just take that daring decision to say, let's do this, and then we close up on it, and we know that this is a threshold for the establishment of a political party, and these are the things that we're going to do. Now we'll be done with that, and we'll focus on the country's development going forward, from generation to generation. Thank you.
Thanks so kindly, Ben. Let me take two more, then we'll go back to him. We're able to give him back the time, given the delay in our next guest. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Okay, good evening, Julius.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much for giving me the opportunity. Let me appreciate you and Choko for at least bringing a further information from the Konadu and also in Soluba. Konadu, where my mother came from.
No, Nana, we're not talking Konabu.
I just wanted to appreciate you for
okay. Thanks.
Now, okay, quickly to the issue. Let me appreciate the senior brother in the PAP members. It is important that when the people do good, we should appreciate them. Looking at Mr. Joseph, the record in Liberia, I don't think it's a new person. This guy is somebody that the name is right in the household when it comes to government. But it's unfortunate that some of us will join the CNC, acknowledging the PAP, if they can join hands with Musa Hassan Belete, so that this country can be to adjust in a positive form. Because we believe that when Musa and like you said come together, those are the two developmental icons in the Republic of Liberia. If they can join two together, then I think the Liberians were able to transform in a better place. So okay. I just want to appreciate the senior brother institute.
Okay, thanks so kindly. Let's make this one the last one. Welcome. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, go ahead. Hello, go ahead.
Okay, I'm Gamoyu Gasini. I'm calling from district.
Go ahead.
Yeah, somebody asked a question as to people now rushing to the party because of the want to grab and go. I think that Mr. Kuti asked that question, but I want to tell you that the pay for quality is not in heaven, it's right here on earth. Like for me, calling you after 52 years, if you win the party, will win before the minutes. So if I get what they give me, if I win there, I want something that I went there for. I'm not going there only because I want to put myself on there. That every year would I want to win. After 29 years, will I give me joy? No. 29 years, I'll be living again. So why I want to give me that for me? So the pay for quality, the quality yesterday when they put you on, I go, and not today.
Okay.
Today for the hair. So you want to say that thing.
Okay.
Going there for what we get, but what is the other we take it?
Okay. Thanks so kindly. for being honest. We'll come back to you, sir. Listening to the concern.
Yes, thank you. I want to thank all the callers and those who are participating online, sending comments. Thank you for listening and thank you for participating and contributing. Let me start with Mr. David Coty. Two things: quid pro quo and political accommodations. You know, you can control how what motivations or intentions people have coming to a political party. What you can control as an institution is what incentives or the incentive, the sort of incentivization or the incentive structure. By that I mean, and we've seen it. People come to PAP, they think, oh, we want you to pay my way, or oh, the other party, they do this, they don't do this. We say, no, listen, this is a different institution. We want you to contribute. People are, for example, Julius, we're going to convention. We've had a whole weekend long of fundraising drive asking people to donate money, whether it's 200 Liberty, 1,000 Liberty, $1,000, $100,000, whatever, anyone according to your capacity. Now, folks are not used to you asking them to pay for the convention, the political party's convention, because they're used to getting things. They come to the party headquarters, you cook for them, you give them food, you give them money to pay their way. And then, they think, okay, I'm leaving my group, I want to join your group because you give me this position so I can get a pickup to go around, or I can have a big title to go say I'm this in the party. All those things will come. But what is important is the values, the political ideology that you want to ingrain in people. Every day, gradually, you try to teach it, try to say, this is what we are not this way, we are different, we're not just here to be yet another political party. So if you came here for this, you'll be disappointed. But if you really want to stay here, these are the principles and what PAP is about. People have begun to sort of come around to that. So yeah, the quid pro quo thing, and that happens, I can't dismiss that, in politics anywhere around the world. At some point, people will tell you, look, if you want us to do this, to contribute this, in the future, here's where we want to be. Can we negotiate? So negotiations are part of politics, okay? The same thing is related to the accommodation thing, the second round sort of phenomenon that I call it. We will come so that you will support me when I'm running for office. We got people right now who are coming to the party and say, can you guarantee me? We cannot guarantee you because we say PAP will have to do some background investigation. PAP will have to train you. PAP will have to raise money to even help with your campaign. To do that kind of investment, people are not used to that in this country. To do that kind of investment, we have to know who is it that wants to bear the flag of the party. And I like another caller who said the institutionalization of political parties in this country will address the issue of proliferation. This is where we're going with this. Look, this thing is not about Senator Sir Joseph. We've had this conversation. We've had a lot of back and forth and challenges with people's vision of what the party should look like and where the party is right now. Okay? Some people have even left.
Were you viewed a presidential candidate?
We will not be a spectator in any election.
I'm asking because your organizing stand-up bearer said one time that if President Boaga runs, then the party will not
organizing. He's not a stand-up bearer yet. We're going to convention. Let's see if the delegates will elect the senator as a stand-up bearer. Then we'll speak for him. Then we will protect him in public spaces. But as right now, he's an affiliate of the party. He's an enthusiast of the party. He supports the party, contributes to the party.
He's the one who started organizing this.
Yeah, Julius, he has to start from somewhere. Yes, he's a vision bearer of this party. He brought people together, like-minded people, and said, look, yeah, let's do this for the country.
I can see through the eyes of faith that he will run on a white ballot.
Well, if he gets elected as the standard bearer of the party, I come here, we'll be having a different conversation.
Okay.
Yeah. A few more points. I really and so yes, this thing about the Unity Party agenda is the Liberian people who would decide, whether they want to bring a government back in office or not, based on how the government has done in the Liberian people's estimation, and whether it's the everyday what we call bread and butter issues, right? Whether it's infrastructure or public investment. Some people, some voters, they like roads, they like electricity, and all these things. They say, oh, I didn't have light in my community, maybe I'll vote for. It's up to the people to decide. It's up to the people to see an alternative, perhaps that's better than what they have now. This is the beauty of democracy. So I can't really speak to that. The government will have to deliver and see if the Liberian people will reward them should they want to come back in office. The other question about, proliferation of party is a legitimate concern, but I think I've addressed this. We've tried to support different parties, different individuals, say, look, our country needs to go in this direction. Is this where you're going? If that's not where those people are going, at some point you say, okay, look, let's introduce something new, something different that people are not used to. Let's force folks to come to institutionalism. This is how to do it. We will make mistakes. We're not here to say PAP is perfect. It has the panacea, the medicine for all the problems in the country. But Julius, we've traveled. We've worked in other countries. We've gone to school in other countries. We've studied these things. These other people are not magicians. They're not. They're not better than Liberians. Our problem is not that we don't have educated people or technocrats or technicians. We do. But there are some fundamental issues that we haven't resolved as a people. We haven't had those difficult conversations and say, look, if you come to work here and you take something that doesn't belong to you, you are not only gone, but you'll be prosecuted in this way. However, we will pay you, we will compensate you well according to your qualification and years of experience so that you can be an effective public servant. So that people don't see public service as a place to come to get wealthy overnight. And they think corruption, this is their chance to get rich and all of that. You're destroying your country. You are eating your country's lunch if you do that. And those things are fundamental things we have to deal with. It's not just people stealing money. But if you are a judge, you take kickbacks. And then there's this misjustice. Basically, you give somebody justice, you deny someone justice. If you are a legislator, you take brown envelope. Yeah, I learned something here. A senator friend of mine told me, I told my students, they were laughing. I went to the man and they're talking about a funeral. I said, man, you didn't tell me you were going to a funeral. He said, oh, you don't understand. He said, no, funeral is when we're dividing the money. Really? What do you mean dividing the money? He said, we're dividing the money. It's funeral. He said, we have Christian funerals and Muslim funerals. I said, explain it to me. He said, well, sometimes we put money in the budget, we structure it this way, it comes back to us. Sometimes, concessionaires come and we have to sign this and we require them to do this. We take all these and that's when we divide the money. And then on the lower house side, it's called mining. You go to the mines. How can you have that kind of conception of your country that you are literally going to the funeral of your country? These are things we have to discuss. Okay. These are things that PAP is here to say, listen, we're not perfect. It's not about one person. It's not about Senator Sir Joseph. It's not about Ahmed Salif. We really, truly are serious about bringing Liberians together, like-minded Liberians, to introduce something new and something better.
Mr. Salif, thanks so kindly for being here. We appreciate it. We went even
Julius.
above the 1 hour. Thanks to our next guest not showing up. But thanks so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you for the opportunity to be here. And you're invited to the convention. We've invited folks from everywhere, from lawmakers to media, Press Union of Liberia, Liberia National Bar Association, diplomatic corps. We've invited everyone. So we look forward to you coming and observing and reporting on our convention this week.
Okay, that's how we go. Shortly, we'll come back with something very interesting tied to the Liberian-Guinean border. Take this break.
Are you seeking healing, deliverance, and total freedom in your life? Then get ready for a powerful move of God. The City of Light Church of God proudly presents Total Freedom Crusade 2026, a life-changing revival where the power of God will set people free. Hosted by Bishop and Reverend Mother John Kunkun, Senior Pastors of City of Light Church of God. Guest ministers, Prophet Favor A. Coke from the City of Light in the United States of America, and Prophet Emmanuel Cabo from Freetown, Sierra Leone. Mark the date, March 23rd to March 27, 2026. Venue is at the Sports Commission on Broad Street. Time 5:30 p.m. every day. The theme scripture is from John chapter 8 verse 32. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. Bring the sick, the oppressed, and everyone believing God for a miracle. Don't miss Total Freedom 2026. Your moment for healing, deliverance, and total freedom in Christ. Looking for the best in tiles, face basin, bathroom and kitchen accessories, and camos? J-Rack Incorporated has got you covered. We are located on 16th Street in Cinco, Monrovia, and a branch in Caldwell, right by Cape Funeral Parlor. Jacuzzi tub for 8 to 12 persons, all from Twyford and Francia brand. Quality, you can tell. Paints of all kinds, freezers, big and small, electronics and more. We have it all. Call J-Rack Incorporated today. 0886 628 218 0770 628 128. Don't delay. We are just a call away. J-Rack Incorporated. Your home, our passion.
Okay, welcome back. Our guest, Faith from Nigeria, cannot be here. They have their own issues. It is a time that they paid for. They did not show up, so that's it. Yeah, at least they have already paid for the time, so if they won't come back, they will pay for a new time. Whatever the case is, we return to our discussion on Lofa. All of our talk first. We have one more video to play. We tie into the conversation. One more video. So our man will play that video. Yep. And then it will tie into our discussion. So it is a young man. You coming to hear him about army and the standards. Where do you stand?
What's your name, bossman?
My name is Amos M. Dewe, Kisi Batrap.
How old are you?
I am 29 years of age.
You live around the Bula here too?
Yeah, I live at Kudu.
Okay. We also heard you talking. What you want to say to the president? What your message?
Really, what I want to say to the president, there's too much of education that disturbing this country. We want the young people of Liberia, they should employ them in the force. You see the Guinea president? Most of the soldiers you see, they are not educated, but they are restricted with the government. So we need the president of Liberia to employ more citizens who are brave and intelligent to save this country. Not only educated people. Tell me if I'm a degree holder, you tell me I can't stand with Ebola with AK, I can't die? I can't die, my brother. I can't die. But a civilian like me, I'm not educated, I was brave to stand to the Guinea soldiers with their guns. They were standing there, we there. We put our Liberian flag up, we don't have gun. You must know that the civilians, they are brave than soldiers. They should empower the youth of Liberia. Whether you go to school, you don't go to school.
But you sounding like you went to school?
No. I go to school, but I'm not out of high school.
Okay.
So you see that? So the government should help us to employ the young people of Lofa.
You want to join the military?
Yeah. As for me, I go in the county school. I have 3 good belts at county men. You see that? So we need help.
Okay. Thank you.
So that's it. Everything else we talked on the first segment concerning Lofa, you can talk about that. Because we didn't take a whole lot of calls. We played a whole lot of things. And then there's one. Where do you stand? Do you agree with him? I think it is from high school graduate that he can accept you in the army. He's making an argument. Do you agree with him? Yeah, and then bring it down. People who are intelligent, they're brave, they can join the army. Or no, high school graduate and above. The man said BSc people don't want that. They don't want to stand to boot. To die. They don't want to go there. Where do you stand? Let's hear your views. Yeah, I don't talk plenty today. Yeah? Yeah, so I want to hear from you. Any of the things from the Lofa to this statement the guy made, you can talk about any of them. 777-700-995, 555-995, 995. The country is listening. Let's hear you. Welcome.
Julius.
Yeah?
Good evening, Julius. How you doing?
I'm fine. Go ahead.
Yeah, Julius, let me appreciate you for what you have done for country. Julius, that young man that interview you just played, that have made my day. I said I think people want to station plan FM on the national heat, some of your coming up. I told them that the government of Liberia me every meal that make me work. And the very people that will lift all the barricades.
You say why? The government why?
The government mean play as a teacher. They mean to the extent every meal they play thing with so way. I'm what to be.
The government mean with army work?
Yes. Because when you lay all kinds of barricades, get PSC, get hard to they won't, get they won't, get they won't. You know the army in the war that you see military is about to defend the state. Why about education? Because they be there, you see.
Okay, thanks. So kind of your line. I don't know. Your line is bad. But yeah, General Fuller, General let's say me with Corner Dama. General Fuller, the man say you're me with army work. The government, you're me and tell you're me with army work. Welcome, let's hear you.
Good evening.
Yes.
Good evening to the listening audience.
Go ahead, let's hear you.
Yeah, this is Emmanuel and I call from Do Estate.
Uh-huh.
So, Julius, the guy who just spoke before the last column, he really make a salient point. No, one who go to school and obtain university degree, at the end of the day, include a person to go on the front line. They're thinking about the effort applied, the education required. They're thinking about a lot of family issues. But this man who only depends on the military job, man of the military job, they get nothing to do. You send them over there, they will do the better thing. So, to conclude, I urge the government, if they are recruiting at least 9th grade and above, the issue should not border on high school document and what have you, wire certificate as well. The most basic thing should be document that will prove your nationality. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks so kindly as well. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Yeah, Julius, how you doing? This is Grant earlier.
Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Okay, so Julius, you know the interview, the guy you interviewed, what you saying, so he might not be educated, but what you saying, it made a lot of sense. You know, look in the region, we need to, you know, only in this country when we have this security problem, these criteria were put in place, and, you know, to control the influence of so not to the army, most of the people that are fighting the whole war were not educated about this. So we needed to restrict it. Now we are controlling our own security. So we need to lower it down a bit, and, you know, the qualification. Once you can read it right, you know, you get a fully army. And we need more men, even the police. Crimes, people committing crimes everywhere because lack of security present. And we need to take all of these things into consideration. It's not time to be, you know, looking at too many bureaucrats. Yeah, the bureaucratic nature of things, you know, surrounding creating so many problems for us.
Okay. Thanks.
So we need to recruit more men.
Thanks so kindly. Let's come on this side. Welcome. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Yeah, good evening, Julius. My name is Emmanuel. I'm at 212 District 2.
Go ahead.
Yeah, why the interview that you play, that guy made a lot of sense. For me, my guy, you put me to that pull up, still be straight.
What can I mind you got people more making on that, man?
I even look at you, I slaughter you. Yeah.
Man, I don't be talking nothing, man. I be more see you, man. Look at. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Hello, Julius.
Yes, go ahead.
After Julius is my name.
Uh-huh.
Thank you very much for what you're doing.
Okay.
Take your own time and go for it. Then I hope
That's it. Well, I can really. Thank you very much.
Okay. The line, I don't know why this line is buffering like that. This person says, thanks for your ecumenic analysis. As a son of the soil, my blood boils every time I hear that Guinean soldiers have taken a piece of land that belongs to us. I urge our government to do the right thing so as to get the Guineans off our land. Ernest Bailey has written in that one. This person says the young man is 100% right. The educated people failed this nation, so therefore the criteria for joining the army should be dropped. Nelson B. No, I will not agree that educated people failed the country. It's just bad people, you know. Bad people failed the country, not necessarily because they were educated. It's not that educated that made them to fail the country. It's that they're bad. So it is being educated is different from being bad. Yeah. Yeah, let's take more calls. 777-700-995, 555-995-995. Welcome. Let's hear you. Hello.
Yeah. Good afternoon, Julius.
Yes, go ahead.
Thank you. My name is Prince Nascimento Goto, and I come from Mandagristan, a 30 resident, member of the Unity Party. Thank you for playing this video. You know, I'm very, very surprised and very, very angry to see other country, Guinea, little new Guinea, small country like Guinea.
No, when you say small country, what you mean? Small?
Guinea is small in a sense because we like go for people Guinea. Our Guinea look at our land and kind and crap on it and sit down on it, and all the person like our military are not been on our ground, and they say they're waiting for diplomatic. What kind of diplomatic? The diplomat is not working. If you're working, it seems that our president Braga went in Guinea. That little boy Dumia was playing phone. Can you imagine Dumia keep the president waiting for an hour before coming? And after the president is a real bureau, Guinea soldiers is redeploying people on our senior. This is the advantage, and that particular army, that bureau army, they will drop all that category to you. That category is hindering people from joining up that the army. Look at where every foreigner labor who is 24 years of age and in the 8th grade. From that beginning, 7th grade up to president, army, you want to join. You put in the word of God before you join. This category is not helping our country. We need manpower on in the particular army. Our army is less than 2,500. Can you imagine whole country army less than 2,500? It's a shame for us to see other country in our land and nothing we do because we not got no manpower. So
okay.
That makes sense, Julio.
Okay.
In that direction in Seattle, they can grab that into 7th grade.
Thanks so kindly. Stephen Kendeman says the guy interviewed is my childhood friend. This is somebody. Hi. Security personnel. I don't agree with him. High school grads should be the minimum to join the military. Liberia is not at war or threat of war for conscription. If the threat level changed to a war like in Ukraine, we will change the standard to able-bodied men, less than high school. Okay, listen, I will not call the person's name, but they're very, very high level insecurity. I'll just use the general word security sector of the country. So let me read what the person said again. It is another argument the person has introduced. And this is it. I don't agree with him. High school graduates should be the minimum to join the military. Liberia is not at war or threat of war for conscription. If the threats level change to war, like in Ukraine, we will change the standard to able-bodied men. So the argument from this person, whether that man or woman, is that the country is not fighting war, and there's no threat of war. Yeah, Guinea but Guinea said I want for war. They're doing some jaja thing to taste something. They want for war, and we're not at war. If the threat level, if it gets to the point where it becomes an issue of war, then they can change that high school graduate thing to look for able-bodied men and say, yeah, we train you quickly, we put you to do stuff. This is what this person is saying. Another line of the argument. What do you think? Another line has been included. Good. That's why I love these conversations. And I always love high level people like that to engage. So another debate has been added to it. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Julius, good evening. How are you?
I'm fine.
This is Paul again. I'm joining from Montreal.
Mhm.
Well, I'm keeping talking about we need to start the criteria to have more men in the army. Is that a problem? I think that the criteria is too high. That's why we're not.
Yeah, that is why some people think that the criteria is high.
I don't think so. I know of a lot of times that the army have made recruitments and a lot of people go there and a lot of people are dropped. I was afraid of our army. Below 5,000. I'm told 2,000 plus, something like that.
So maybe the high school graduates and the BSc people and all of that, they're not joining. That is the argument. People are not. So some of those who really want to join may not be high school graduates, but they won't join. But they can join because they're not out of high school, or they're not able to go back to school. Like that fellow, he is 29 years old. The Memphis he can't go back to high school and all that stuff. He already have family doing a different thing in Foya area there, in Solomba area. But he has the energy, the vigor, and everything to